Edo State government vows to challenge court injunction barring it from enforcing COVID-19 regulations. FEC approves 79.6 billion naira contract for Cross River Akwa Ibom Road. NLC threatens industrial action over proposed electricity tariff hike. On entertainment, reality show Gouda Ultimate Search is to make a comeback after 7 years.
And in sports, Team Nigeria grabbed table tennis bronze in Paralympics.
Details of these and more after this break. I am Omoye Obeide. Edo State government has insisted it is not going back on its plans to deny unvaccinated people access to public places or events from second week of September. Governor Godwin Obaseki, who disclosed the stand on Wednesday during a COVID-19 briefing, said the state government will challenge the recent court injunction purportedly restricting it from embarking on the enforcement. Chinedu Ekeja was there and now reports.
Following concerns over rising cases of Delta variant of COVID-19 infections and death, the Edo State government a few weeks ago announced plans to restrict access to public events or parties as a way of curtailing the spread of the virus. But this decision generated some reactions from some citizens who embarked on litigation spree to stop the government from implementing its decision. This led to a court injunction on Tuesday from PACO asking the state government to stay actions on its plans. However, the state government is saying it is not backing down, given the spike in cases of the infections and deaths, primarily among unvaccinated people in the state. Governor Godwin Obaseki hinted that the state government will challenge the verdict of the court to the highest level to protect our citizens.
So our government finds it very strange that politicians who thought that they are activists will, in pursuit of their fundamental human rights, go around to embark on litigation tourism outside our state and seek to become a source of public health danger and puts the safety and health of the larger population of Edo State at risk. We owe the people of Edo State a sacred duty to take all necessary actions to protect the health of the majority of our citizens. We are a law-abiding government, and we will use our lawyers to vigorously pursue and challenge all orders in the courts from wherever they emanate, and if necessary, at the appellate level, because we believe we are doing the right things and we will not relent.
He clarified that his government is not forcing anyone to take vaccines, but won't allow anyone who refuses to be vaccinated to risk the lives of others.
If you are planning to have any large social gatherings, such as weddings, religious or political or business meetings in event centers, after the second week of September this year, please ensure that you and your invited guests get vaccinated and also have evidence of vaccination by possessing a vaccination card. Because we will not, I repeat, we will not allow people who are not vaccinated into large gatherings so as to protect the health of those who already have been vaccinated.
He said the government will henceforth intensify the enforcement of non-pharmaceutical interventions and may be forced to go for a lockdown if desirable compliance rates is not achieved. He appealed for cooperation among the citizens, assuring that there is enough doses of the vaccine to cover the population needing vaccination and will continue to make efforts to get more. Chinedu Ekeja, KUFM News.
When President Muhammadu Buhari has sacked the ministers of Power, Saleh Maman, and his agriculture and rural development counterpart, Sabo Nanono. The president also announced the redeployment of 2 ministers to take over from them. The Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abubakar, is to take over as the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, while the Minister of State for Works, Abubakar Liu, is to take over as the Minister for Power. In the brief statement read by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, President Buhari said the process of changing his cabinet is going to be continuous. President Muhammadu Buhari has urged the new board of the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority, NSRA, to make more investments that support economic diversification. The president made the call while inaugurating the third board of the NSIA at the Presidential Villa Abuja on Wednesday. He said the call had become imperative in view of the fact that global oil prices were projected to drop to around $40 per barrel by 2030. The president reaffirmed his administration's commitment to implementing long-term projects and programs that would create more jobs for Nigerians. He noted that the full impact of most of the strategic projects started under his watch would only be felt long after he had left office. President Buhari described the appointment of the 9-man board as a call to duty, action and performance, adding that they were eminently qualified for the job. And the Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved the sum of 79.6 billion naira for the completion of the dualization of Udukmani Etu Ikotokmene Road, linking Cross River and Akwa Ibom states. Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, disclosed this to journalists at the end of the cabinet meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari. The Works Minister said when the contract is completed, motorists in the affected areas will have an option of a dual carriage way instead of the existing single carriage way. He said the contract was approved to address the problem caused by the heavy-duty trucks that ply the road from the southern to north-central zones of the country. And the Nigerian Labour Congress says it will call out workers on industrial action if the federal government implements a proposed hike in electricity tariffs. Recall that the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, had reached an agreement on behalf of the federal government with Organized Labour Committee on electricity tariff on September 28, 2020. The meeting had agreed to freeze further increases in electricity tariff until the committee concludes its work and its report adopted by all principals in the committee. The NLC President Ayuba Waba handed down the notice in reaction to speculations that the 11 power distribution companies have received approval to slightly increase electricity tariffs with effect from September 1st. The notice claimed that the approval was from the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. And 3 suspected kidnappers, Bright Erume, Evans Osayeme, and Chukwudi Anyanwu, were on Tuesday remanded in prison custody by the Edo State High Court. The court, presided over by Justice Ohimai Obiagele, ordered the remand of the suspects at the Benin Correctional Center, Sapele Road, for allegedly conspiring to kidnap a family of 3. In an ex parte order, it was alleged that the suspect, among other charges, conspired among themselves to kidnap one Sunday Onofwa, his wife Patience Onofwa, and their son Samuel Onofwa, all of Okpara community off Benin Auchi Road, Benin City, Edo State. After listening to the prosecution counsel, i.e. Ekibade, Justice Obiagele ordered the suspects to be remanded in custody pending legal advice from the Director of Public Prosecutions. The judge ordered that the case file be duplicated and sent to the Director of Public Prosecution of Edo State for legal advice. She thereafter adjourned the case to September 13th. And the Borno State government has confirmed the deaths of 43 persons from a cholera outbreak in the state. It also said there are 559 new suspected cases. The Commissioner for Health, Juliana Beatrice, said the outbreak was recorded in 7 local government areas: Goza, Kaga, Hawul, Manjumeri, Damboa, Maiduguri Metropolitan, and Jere. She said 354 cases were recorded in Goza with 18 deaths, while Hawul recorded 126 cases with 11 deaths. Kaga recorded 22 cases and 2 deaths. Magumeri 6 cases and 1 death. and Damboa with 39 cases and 10 deaths. Jere has 8 cases with 1 death, while Maduguri has 4 cases with no death. The commissioner who confirmed the states did not. The commissioner confirmed that the state did not record any cholera cases in 2019 or 2020, said the state government had directed all rapid response teams for disease surveillance and control in the affected LGAs to ensure timely response to all suspected cases. She urged the public to take precautionary measures by observing strict hygiene and advised residents to treat drinking water with aqua tablets or chlorination to ensure that all those who died from the disease are buried in line with IPC protocols. And coming up in a moment in entertainment news, reality show Gouda Ultimate Search to make a comeback after 7 years. Details on our entertainment bulletin. Last news break on KU 92.7 FM Benin City. Some entertainment stories. Organizers of the Gouda Ultimate Search has announced the return of the reality TV show. The show returns after 7 years off the air with its comeback 2021 edition titled The Age of Craftsmanship. The Corporate Affairs Director, Nigerian Bureaus PLC, Shade Morgan, who made the announcement on Wednesday, said registration for participants would kick off on September 1st and close on September 8th, 2021. Screening session for the show starts September 13th in Abuja and Enugu, while the second screening session kicks off on September 16th in Lagos. The show will begin October 16th, 2021 and will run to December 19th when the grand finale will hold. Gouda Ultimate Search premiered in 2004 with contestants camped in different parts of the country to struggle against themselves and the world. American actor Willard Corral Smith Jr., popularly known as Will Smith, has revealed his successor to take his role in the reboot of his hit U.S. TV sitcom The Prince of Bel-Air. The Hollywood star unveiled the newcomer, Jabari Banks, on Tuesday via a video call. The character catapulted the 52-year-old star to stardom in the early 1990s. The reboot, which will appear on NBC's streaming service, was inspired by a 2019 viral fan video by Morgan Cooper, who reimagines the comedy as a modern-day drama. And that's it from entertainment. And in sports, where Chidindu is waiting, Team Nigeria grabbed table tennis bronze in Paralympics. Details when we come back.
Thank you, Maya. Team Nigeria lost a game on Wednesday but gained a medal at the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo, bringing their total games haul to 8 medals. Nigeria lost 2-0 to Australia in the semi-finals of the men's team Class 9 to 10 event of the table tennis competition. In the doubles game, Tajudeen Ogunbiade and Alabi Olufemi lost 3-1 to Australian pair Marlin and Joel Coughlin. The loss meant Australia went 2-0 up to make the third game. The singles involving Olufemi and Coughlin unnecessary in this best of 3 fixture. Australia will go on to face China on Friday in the final after the Chinese beat Ukraine 2-0 in the other semi-final fixture. Yukari Iyazi also clinched bronze in the women's F57 shot put, throwing a season's best of 10.40 meters to usurp Mexico's Angel Ortiz Hernandez on counterback. Iyazi has now won a medal for Nigeria at every Paralympics since her debut at Athens 2004. Nigeria now has 3 gold, 1 silver and 4 bronze medals from the games with just 4 days to the end of the competition. The Nigerian Football Federation on Wednesday signed a 4-year partnership deal with the country's biggest airline, Airpeace, to become the exclusive airline sponsor of the country's national teams. The deal is worth 300 million annually and renewable every year for the next 4 years. Signing the agreement on Wednesday in Lagos, Chairman Airpeace Allen Onyema explained that the decision to sign the contract, despite the current economic crunch in the aviation sector, was hinged on the airline's desire to be part of the success stories of the Super Eagles. NFF President Amaju Melvin Pinnick was in company with Super Eagles stars Alex Iwobi, Taran Deboye, Ogeneka Retebo and Joe Aribo said with the Airpeace partnership, the Federation had become 75% self-funded, stressing that the desire of the football body was to become 100% self-funded. And finally, the Lagos State Sports Commission has said that tickets for Friday's 2022 World Cup qualifier between Nigeria and Liberia will not be sold to the general public. The Super Eagles play the Lone Stars India opening Qatar 2022 World Cup qualifiers at the Tesla Balogun Stadium on Friday, with only 5,000 fans allowed into the match venue by the Confederation of African Football (CAF). Speaking ahead of the time, Lagos State Sports Commission Chairman Shola Ayibekun said the commission will ensure a hit-free game, adding that the sports body would adhere strictly to COVID-19 protocols. According to him, fans will be allowed into the stadium strictly by invitation. And that's it here from our sports desk. Many thanks for listening, and I hand you back to Omaye for a wrap-up of the news.
And that's the news, but before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Edo State government vows to challenge court injunction barring it from enforcing COVID-19 regulations. FEC approves 79.6 billion naira contract for Cross River Akwa Ibom Road. NLC threatens industrial action over proposed electricity tariff hike. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We are also on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM's news break was produced by Blessing Asekome. I am Amoyo Agbaide saying thanks for listening.